Alright, so let me explain it to you one more time. I took a DeLorean from the future back to the past because I needed a lightning bolt to help bring you to life. And I knew a lightning bolt would strike the clock tower in 1955. Yeah, so that's the problem. I didn't think of finding 2 lightning bolts, so I have no way of getting us back. I don't know what you're going to do. I didn't really make you smart enough to handle many jobs, but in this folded up piece of paper are all the World Series winners from 1955 on. So I am going to go to Vegas. Have a nice life. Hi everybody, welcome to the show. Today on Scared Dad, we are unboxing and reviewing Frankenstein's Monster from Home Depot. Let's check him out. So right away again, we've got the instructions on the inside of the box. Only one panel, so I think even I can figure this one out. Unlike Darth Vader, they actually put another box inside. It's still a plain cardboard box, but I guess a little more protection isn't bad. So it's a little strange that the instructions are on the outside box and not the inside box, but I guess that's what they're doing these days. That is how it's packed in here. Right on top we got the instructions, base, and we've got the waist. And we've got the leg pulls, foam for the legs, probably an arm. Other side, more foam for the legs, another arm, the waist connector. And on this one we've got leg posts attached. Got the shoulders, about as big as me. I could take on Frankenstein. Frankenstein's monster though, no. Here are the hands, so let's bring these up close. So I like the scars you can see on the wrists here. We've got the veins. Yeah, other than the crappily painted on fingernails, everything else looks really good on these. Okay, so there's no bag for this head. They just have this piece of foam that's casually draped over it. Now let's check this guy out. Okay, so my initial reaction is, it looks pretty awesome. Same material as like Lethal Lily and Yoda. Not silicone, but it's kind of similar. The bolts look good when they're not lit up anyway. And again, if no one has Lethal Lily, plastic in the back, skin in the front, but it's a pretty good transition between the two, so not bad. Yeah, in person, he looks a lot better than I thought. Fire bad. Feet, looks like they're the same on both sides. Cool. Here is the box mechanism, clothing, and the power cord. Let's get this box out of here. One thing to note on this, it is an officially licensed Universal prop. That's probably why it was a little more than Lethal Lily, but still $280 for this. Better than any price you'll see at Lowe's. Okay, so A goes like this. Let's take these off. First, we're gonna put B in on each side. Next, we're going to take these stickers off. And so far, first one came right off. The shoes are the same, so it doesn't matter which side. Next, we're going to put D on over here, E on here. And so people like me don't screw it up. They put the hole on the back for D, put it on the front for E. So Scared Dad proof so far. Next, we're just going to slide the foam on here. Perfect. So next, we're going to put the pants on. Okay, material's not as bad as I thought. I still hate these things sticking out. I don't know, and they always look like he's got tissues glued to his clothing. So, while the material's not terrible, don't really love the look. In case we couldn't figure out what pants were, they even labeled it for us. Next, we're gonna put on the waist. One of these days I'll hit that camera, but not today. Okay, looking good. So the waist has one of these clips in it. You just gotta unclip it. We'll slide it in this way. It says short side is the front. Then we'll put the clip back in just so it doesn't fall out. I lied. The big side does go in the front. Didn't look like that in the instructions though. Slide the pin back in. Now that can't come off. Well, one side can't come off. Now we'll pull the pants up around this waist here. Looking good, my man, looking good. So next we're gonna put the control box on. Now we'll plug the adapter in. They really don't want this thing falling apart. We got these wing nuts here on both sides. So you're just gonna unscrew these, slide it in, put them back on. One more shot. Okay, shoulders are big and strong. Next, I gotta take this sticker off. The first one that ripped on me, but still came off pretty good. Can't complain too bad. Put the head on. Sure it slides all the way in. Screw that in. Nice and tight. All right, we got this. Next we want to put the jacket on. So if you look at this clothing, it's the shirt and jacket in the front, Velcro's in the back. This is what I need. Just slide it on. Done. Need a tissue? Tissue in the sleeve. Perfect. I'm also going to connect some of my wires back here. Let's hook up the sensor. All right, so now we're going to put N in here. Just slide it through the sleeve. Okay, there's one arm. Same thing on the other side with O. Next, we're going to put the hands on. Velcro that attaches the sleeves. There we go. He looks better in person than I thought for sure. But now for the real test, let's plug him in and get him moving. Okay, so the back of the control panel only has the option for a step pad. There's no audio out, which I wish they would include again because sometimes these speakers aren't very good. Looking at you, Darth Vader. But let's check him out. So he'd have the lights on only mode where these flash. Not exactly sure why you'd use that for Frankenstein's Monster, but I guess it's a cool addition. I don't really get the flashing bolts anyway, but at least we know it works.
Tie him up quickly! Get him downstairs! I created this! Do you see? A living being! I created life!
So I've got him back in lights mode. Let's give our quick review of him. Overall, he's much better than I thought when I initially saw him. I wish the skin wasn't quite as shiny, but maybe in the right lighting that won't be an issue. Clothing is better than I thought. I still don't love those white tissue things, but in person they're not as bad as they look in the photos. So the sculpt of the hands looks great. The sculpt of the face is absolutely amazing. I just wish that they could have put some teeth in there, and maybe that's something you could just buy some fake teeth and just cut the very tips off and glue them on, because if you see, it doesn't close all the way anyway, so you could definitely fit something in there. If you could get some really big fake nails and glue them onto the hands and paint those, that would help the hands look really good. Otherwise though, as far as he looks, I'm pretty happy. The shoes look fine. They're nice hard plastic. You know, before I thought I would definitely have to replace the clothing, but I could probably live with it. It'd be hard to find a suit that big, so it's actually all right. I don't really get the whole blinking bolts thing. I'm not sure why you would need that, but I guess just to have a light-up feature, it's okay. If you really hated it, you could paint it with something so you didn't see it, or probably go in and cut the wires in the head if you wanted to take the head apart. I think the animation looks great. Having the hands move and the head movement with the eyes looks absolutely amazing. So good. My biggest gripe with this thing is probably the audio. So I'm super glad he doesn't speak. He just kind of has rah, rah, rah. Maybe they could have spaced it out so it wasn't so rah, rah, rah constantly. It's kind of a lot. But one of my biggest gripes with props like these is that they put in the background effects. And I get with Frankenstein's Monster, he would just be going rah, rah, rah if they didn't do it. So I can kind of see why they did, but for somebody who wants to create like a scene with your props, now you've got all this background noise and you have to account for that in the scene. So maybe if I had him inside, you could have in the background a window and have like a projection of like silhouetted people like trying to get to the monster or try to capture him, whatever. Maybe again have a silhouette of the Doctor, right? So you could have like almost like a lightning flash, lightning sound, and have the silhouette of the Doctor come up when he's talking in here. So that would kind of fit. Because if you have a prop with the Doctor, well, the mouth's not going to move to what's being said, so that's an issue. Unless you really wanted to like reprogram it and time everything out. But I don't plan on doing a Frankenstein themed haunt this year, so I won't go through all that. But if you're someone like my friend Halloween Dan, there you go. Here's some ideas if you can get this prop. Overall though, I think he's a worthy follow-up to Lethal Lily and the THX 3000 and Yoda. Yeah, overall, I'm really happy with him. For less than $300, I think he's a great prop. If you like Frankenstein's Monster and you can't afford like the Distortions Frankenstein's Experiment, this is a great prop to have. He's super cool. He looks like the Universal Monster. So he's got that classic look to him. I am super happy with Frankenstein's Monster. I think he looks great. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. That's it, guys. I am Scared Dad. Spooky season's coming, so go get ready. I didn't really make you smart enough to do many jobs.
The President-elect of the United States of America.